Wow.
Good evening, everybody. Is everybody all right here today?
Yeah.
Good. You, Viv, are you good?
I'm all right. I'm fine.
Excellent.
So
I'm
I'm
fine.
still.
You're
I'm
still
fine.
sharing.
I'm still sharing. I'm sharing.
Right. I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. If you could do us a favour, as you do every week, if you could just give us a thumbs up in the chat or a wave, just put hi so that we can say hello back to you. We know that we are broadcasting loud and clear. That would be wonderful, please. This evening, we are waiting for Mr. Daryl Evans, so we do have hopefully a show for you. Well, you know what? Even if Daryl doesn't turn up, we're still going to have a show for you. It'll be rubbish, but we'll have a show for you. What do you mean?
Won't be that rubbish. Nah, it won't be rubbish.
But hopefully Daryl will turn up. But you know what? There's many. We don't know why he's not here. It could lots of things. As the old saying goes, many a slip twixt cup and lip. So there could be many reasons why he hasn't turned up. It's saying an old saying, isn't it? Many a slip twixt cup and lip means anything can go wrong between one point and another. And Nettie's in the chat. Yeah.
I'm not seeing. Yeah. What have I done wrong?
There she is.
Oh, there she is. Hey.
So we're hoping for Mr. Raymond. Hi, Raymond. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for doing that. Hello, Bri. Up, Bri. I hope you're doing well, lad.
Hello, Bri. He's a good lad, isn't he, old Bri?
He is a good chap. Mr. William Subby, as I
hello, Mr. Subby.
I hope you're doing well, sir. You and your lady wife. Hi, Beverly. Lovely to have you here, all of you lovely, lovely people. Hey up, Bryce, says Annette.
Oh, yeah.
She's even got his colloquial hey up off to a treat. Hello, Mr. William Becker. I hope you're doing well, sir.
Hi, William.
It's lovely, Rita. Now, I like Rita because Rita said something earlier. She said to me, my God, when that boy can sing. She said he's got the voice of an angel mixed in with a deep tenor voice. She said that giving me my voice, she said. It was amazing. So, excellent, Raymond. I'm glad you're doing well, sir. Hey up, Nettie, says Bri. Hey up, Rita, says Bri.
She doesn't know what that means, Bri.
It means hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Different way.
It means hi. Yeah, of course it does. It means hi. So, this evening, we're hoping to have a chat with Mr. Daryl Evans. But, as I say, he's not showing just yet. But there's many reasons for that.
Let me just
there could be many reasons
sure
for that.
he's still coming on.
Viv is trying to chase him as we speak.
Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to say, Viv, is it always tickles me when when you put the intro on and there's that picture. It always puts a smile on my face. Always been giggle. That picture of you with Bigfoot behind you, and you got going.
He's like my baby.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so proud of him.
Oh, I know it is. Like, oh, look, he's passed his exams.
Look what I did today. I love Bigfoot. This is him with his family.
Hi, Noreen.
Can you see that?
Bigfoot
and family. I made that today myself, all by myself.
All by yourself. So tonight we're going to be talking about para-unity. Is it such a thing? Is it?
You did that yesterday.
We're going to carry on. So yeah, we're just going to. I don't know what's happening.
I'm just messaging Daryl.
You going to message Daryl?
I am. Yeah.
I would give you a filler in and tell you a little bit about Daryl, but to be honest with you, I don't know that much, and he could do it far better than I can, so he'll be able to tell you that when he comes on, hopefully.
He'll be on in a bit, hopefully, so he's got the link. I'll send it again.
Oh, Lois is she's bound and gagged in her cell. She's not out tonight.
In the basement.
It's a full moon tonight.
It's called Hospital for Special People.
Always got you. Welcome. You know what? You got to be mad to be here, Noreen. You know that.
So, guys, while we're waiting for Daryl, I have been reading a book today.
Mhm.
One of my best favourite books. It's a great book.
If you haven't got this book and you're into the paranormal, you need it.
Mm.
In fact, Cal Cooper's written some great books. Not just that, but
Yes.
some really, really interesting books. And the thing is that they're not that I'm putting anybody down, but anybody can pick it up and read it, and you'll come away. It's not too in depth. It's not too intellectual. It's bread and butter. It's layman's terms, a lot of it. So it's really good.
But I asked if it has great pictures. Yes, it does. I don't know.
It has got pictures, bro. It has, yeah.
That one doesn't have any pictures in it.
It has on
No.
front. Got a picture of the telephone.
It's got a diagram in it. It's about it. No, it's no
A
pictures.
diaphragm.
Diagram.
No, not a diaphragm. Thank God I'm way past that stage.
Is that a nice stretch, Eric?
Oh, yeah.
Where's he on? I didn't think you would have stopped going back. I just thought we were going to see the bottoms of your feet.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what's going on at Bray Road while down Eric's neck of the woods while
Yes. That's
we're
really
waiting.
piqued my interest
What
recently.
is the?
Who that?
What are they calling me?
Who's
Is that you,
calling?
Viv?
Answer that. No, it's not me.
It's not me.
No, that's me. I don't know why they're calling me.
Answer the phone and put yourself on mute.
No, I don't want to do. I don't know who that is, so I don't want to do that.
Oh, you're like me. If I don't recognise the number, I don't answer it.
Well, no, it was Facebook Messenger, and it was
I just wait
UK
till the bailiffs come.
Ghost of the Ghost. Hold on a second. Let me figure out. Ghost Trip Investigations. Maybe they wanted to call me about one of my equipment,
Could be.
but I don't have time right now. So
We'll get back to them as soon as you can, because you don't want to miss the opportunity.
Yes. For those that don't know in the chat, our lovely Eric makes paranormal equipment.
Really good, nice quality equipment.
yeah, I'm gonna be making more stuff soon too. So
And
Really good.
I have one of Eric's REM pops.
Rem Pops?
that's fun parts.
Where is he? He's sitting on the
Mhm.
shelf there. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see
I can
it.
see him.
Hey,
Is
Jamie,
it- It's a skull.
Hello,
Yeah.
young Jamie. I hope you're doing well, brother.
should I tell them what you're getting from me next? Then
Go on, tell them. Tell them what you've made me.
You're getting a skull music box and a Bigfoot REM pod.
Very
A
exciting. Very
skull
exciting.
music box.
Mhm.
Absolutely amazing. I've actually seen it, and it is amazing.
It is cool. I've seen bits of it. Yeah, it's very cool.
If you're looking for something a little bit different, if you want something bespoke, and you don't want to pay stupidly exorbitant prices, they are reasonable prices. I can't never do this. This is the man that you need to speak to. This man here, right here. Check out his website. You've got a Facebook page, haven't you, Eric, with it all on there?
Paranormal equipment.
So yeah, just check it out and speak to him about prices, and he does international shipping as well. So,
and next month I'm going to be doing Amazon, but my name that's down below my regular name is the same as my eBay, so you can go to that too.
There you go.
Can't wait for him to do my he's doing a watch quit for me, isn't he? He's doing a blow up doll REM pod.
The whole conversation that we had with the dildos, I'm not doing that either.
or Alani, friend to Danny. That's what she's called.
Oh, you're going to call it Lois?
Or Alani.
Oh no!
Luscious Lois.
Luscious Lois. She's in the chat now.
But the beauty of this luscious Lois is if it gets too much, you can put it down with a pin.
She'll be giving you what for when she sees you
Oh
next
God,
time.
yeah, I know she will.
So Bray Road in Wisconsin.
Yep.
What the hell is going on there, and what is it all about for those that don't know?
Well, supposedly it's supposed to be a dog man. And they actually have a statue of it somewhere in town, wood carved dog man, werewolf, whatever you want to call it, statue. But the true story is they don't know what it is. As far as anybody has come up with, it's a either a mixed breed or a different form. It's like a black and striped bobcat. Is basically what it is. That's making the sound, but
this has been going on for about 85 years, though, hasn't it? It's not a new thing.
No, it's not a new thing.
And they don't live for that long.
No, they don't.
I think the interesting thing I find about it is that there's more than one type of cryptid that's been seen around there, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's
been allegedly
what's seen around there. There's been Dogman apparently.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Someone said it's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. Yeah, I was going to say it's Bigfoot been seen there. Yeah, see, it's interesting. Maybe it's one of those. I don't know. Maybe it's like a I don't know, like an area.
Hotspot.
Yeah,
hotspot for it.
Area that's active.
Has there been UFO activity around that area as well, though, Eric?
There's been UFO activity. There's even closer to me. Seymour has had I think it was in 2008. A farmer saw a UFO.
Is there a military base anywhere near it, Eric?
No.
There's not.
Nope.
So there's no military base. You've got this paranormal hotspot going on, which includes all sorts of cryptids, and you're seeing the UFOs in the sky and the lights.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going back as a child, I was thinking about started watching other shows on cryptids and stuff. And I'm like, wow, okay, well that would make sense. That's true,
You need to get out there, Eric, and we need to send you.
The thing that fascinates me with it, it's a bloody long road as well, isn't it? It's not like roads in America are. They're massive
roads. You can put it this way. I mean, I know UK is a small island,
yeah.
But you take the back farthest part of your country, and that's what our country looks like, and that's only a few miles out of our town. So.
How long is that road, the Bray Road itself? Do you know how long
it's got to be at least 5-6 miles long.
It goes through different kinds of environment as well, doesn't it? Like wooded, this area that people live, it's wooded areas, and it's open land, isn't there? Yeah,
it's all open land, woods, and little country homes. There's a lot of people live out in the countries now. So
yeah. It's quite odd, isn't it? Because I mean, there's been lots of people have said that. I mean, there's been lots of stories of people driving at night through there, and then cryptid just crosses the road. And there's some video footage, and there's also video footage. And I can't remember that might be Bray Road. Don't quote me on it. I think it might be where there's two cops, a man and a woman, and they're out driving. They're doing a patrol at night, and they're going down this, which I think is Bray Road. It's pitch black. They're in the wooded forest area. And the woman, something walks across, and the woman cop says, "What the hell's that?" And the guy cop went, "I have no idea." They spun round, and as he got close to it, it looked like a werewolf. It looked like a werewolf, and they pulled over. Critics, and they pulled over and had a look, but they couldn't see anything. I wouldn't have. I'd have put my bloody foot down, to be honest with you. But
no, I would have pulled over. I would have done exactly what they've done. I mean, over there it's different though. They carry guns. Yep. They are armed. They got tasers. They got the whole shebang.
I'm not sure it can't do anything against this thing. These things are even that. I don't think. Well, I mean, there's been stories of people shooting at them, and they know what guns are as well. Apparently, they know what weapons are. because the guy was out. It was a Bigfoot he was looking at. Was it a Bigfoot or was it a dog man? Dog man. And he had a rifle. And he had the rifle pointing at the dog man. And all of a sudden, this dog man made itself bigger, got kind of aggressive and moved slightly towards him in a threatening manner. He said, and something in his head said to him, lower the rifle, lower the rifle. And he lowered the rifle, and the thing just moved back peacefully and then turned and walked off. So whether it's whether that a telekinesis or what have you, or puts the image into his mind, I don't know. Whether telepathy, I don't know. But
then, if you feel threatened, if you're threatened by something, you are armed. But if you're not threatened by it, why would you raise a gun in the first place?
No, I think he was out there hunting. He had the gun up. When he saw it, and then come across it, and then something said to him, lower that rifle, lower the rifle, and he lowered it. Whether it was instinctual or whether it was telepathy from the creature, I don't know. But it told him to look in his mind. It told him to lower it. And he lowered it, and it went off. It just turned, walked off. And then there was another one. I can't think what this was. This wasn't Bray Road. A guy pulled into a sports area car park in America. Obviously in America, and there was a wooded area around it, massive wooded area around it. But there was like these sports forecourts where kids and people could just, enjoy themselves. And this was early hours of the morning, and he saw this thing squatting down by this lamppost, and he's looked at it and he's thought, that doesn't look right. This is early hours of the morning. He's on his own, and as he's got closer to it, it stood up, and he said it was a werewolf. This werewolf had stood up, and he's pulled over, looked at it. The things looked directly at him. Rather than being threatening, the thing did what the other one did. It turned his back on him, slowly and gently walked back into the woods. Who knows what's going on in these? I mean, I often wonder, are some of these, because in America it's so vast, isn't it, that you have mountainous areas and that, where a lot of feral people live, don't they?
I'll be back in a sec, Dan.
Oh, way out in desert areas, there's a lot of feral people.
Yeah, and a lot of these sort of backwoods places, aren't they, where these families, and they sort of crossbreed and what have you. And it probably was having a dump, he got disturbed it and that. It just made me wonder. It just, it's an interesting, could some of these things be feral people?
Hey, Robin.
Hi, Robin. But it is an interesting subject. So interesting.
Well, and again, I'm going to start having this argument one day with somebody about whether Dogman's a dogman or if it's a werewolf. Well, technically, if you take the disease itself, which apparently a werewolf came from to begin with.
It was lupus, yeah.
You think that a doggish-looking werewolf would have the same kind of disease, so
it's an odd subject, and it's an interesting one. It is an interesting subject, but I suppose people can look completely turn feral and become animalistic in their behaviour and their activities.
This is separate from that, which is on what? Forget the name of it. You said it the other day. It's where a man thinks he's a wolf, but he's not.
Oh yeah, it's Yeah, I can't remember now. Yeah. I can't remember.
I call them mental.
Yeah.
There is a disease that it happens, so I know that much.
Is it lupus something or other?
I think that's,
It might be lupus, yeah. It's a blood disorder, isn't it, lupus, as well?
Yes, it would be terrifying. I think it would.
It's madness, isn't it? It's a form of madness.
Oh, yeah. It's like rabies.
Yeah.
Rabies is a disease. My cat's got rabies.
I saw a woman, again in America, obviously. Her daughter was getting attacked by a raccoon. And she went out there, grabbed all this raccoon. The raccoon's torn into her and bited her. The bloody raccoon was rabid.
Well, I saw that. Right by the ring, she's like knocking on the lady's door, like, help me.
Yeah.
There's a leopard man in Scotland.
I don't like him. He never changes his spots.
Don't trust the
leopard. But I did hear when I lived in South Carolina for a year, that there was supposed to be a lizard man out there because of all the nuclear reactor plants that are out there.
That sounds like the plot of a bad B movie, though, doesn't it?
Isn't that someone with really bad eczema?
I don't know. I know, but I did see a black and white squirrel out there.
But the thing is, though,
yeah, come on, you Celts.
Right, that's the Celts.
No. We're doing it for the Asian Bigfoots.
Asian Bigfoot?
There is an Asian Bigfoot, you know, in India. It comes in there is.
Be getting off of my mountain now.
There's Bigfoot. Don't make me cry, Dad.
You're pissing off, you bloody fool.
Oh dear. Now this they call it something, but it's not as tall as the American Bigfoots or the British Bigfoots. It's smaller in stature. But it was going into the cities and stealing babies.
Oh,
and
yes.
And it was Indian Bigfoot.
You're calling me Bigfoot and thinking your big mouth. They was the one in it because the thing about India and Pakistan is mountainous, isn't it? There's like massive mountains all around it.
William Savvy's got a Bigfoot.
There's one in Ireland, Mickey O'Foot. So Jesus, get off me mountain, you bastard. Why you fucking kill you?
Oh my God. Oh dear. No, but seriously, there is Indian Bigfoots.
There is.
There are Bigfoots that are in Thailand, Australia, England, America.
Yep.
The Tibetan Bigfoot's known as an abominable snowman.
Yeah, they're
Russia.
cute actually. They look quite
They're
cute.
beautiful.
They're stunning. Stunning
They
looking things. Stunning looking ones.
We got there's Bigfoots right across the globe, but all we hear about, because it's more in the social media, is the American Bigfoots. They seem to be reported on the most, really.
I'll bet you actually, if you think about it, India, Pakistan, all around all that mountainous region there. I wonder how many types of cryptid there are in there. And those, I mean, if you think about it, people that are like military out there, soldiers and what have you, that go train up in these mountainous areas, or even the guerrillas, the guerrilla warfare, the soldiers that go out and they train up in the mountains and they do their stuff, they must come across that stuff. Same as Vietnam. There must have been stuff like that in Vietnam, the jungles.
I think if you look at the history and the texts and Daryl's message. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
No problem. Yeah, it must. What do you think? Vietnam must. I mean, there are some. There's some stories that have come out of Vietnam, aren't there? When the soldiers came back and they said that they'd experienced.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot.
They'd experienced, things like Bigfoot, things like cryptids, and stuff that we didn't even know. So it's intriguing in itself. William says that the Bigfoots here have just have better PR than the other ones in other places. Yeah. I think you're right. They've got it all sorted. Yeah, the abominable snowman and what have you. Yetis and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I did some research into that. The Bigfoot in Russia around Stalin's time, and they said that he was trying to experiment with humans and hybrids together.
Wouldn't surprise me. And of course, the thing is as well, we don't know what the Nazis did, do we?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know what they did. I mean, they, totally unethical stuff that went on there. So abhorrent stuff that went on there. So you don't know what they did with people. But it's interesting. And of course, how many of these, if you like, how many of these cryptids that we call cryptids and title cryptid, how many of them are actually experiments that people that military have carried out. And
Well, I
and
believe
what
at
have
least
you.
half of the different variations of Bigfoot and Dogman are experiments, done by
Yeah,
government. And then
yeah.
when the war or whatever was over, it was just abandoned and left free.
Well, it's like Viv was talking the other day, and she was saying about the German cemetery.
Oh yeah,
What you call it, Viv?
Canuck.
Cannock Chase. Thank you, Cannock Chase. Exactly. And it's like there, and the German and the werewolf that's seen around the cemetery there. That's always around the cemetery, the German cemetery. And you think to yourself, well, the Germans were experimenting with stuff like that.
Yep.
They were doing genetics and all sorts of weird and wonderful experiments with the genome, human genome and animal genomes. So what could they have created? You know, you know what? It's exactly right. You hit now on the head, Dr. Moreau. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that.
As well, though, Dan, like, when you look into the history of certain countries or cultures, and go into the religious side, go back as far as you can. Right, this is something I'm going to point out to you guys. The early Celts. Hi, Jason.
How you doing? Well, Jace.
The early Celts, or the pagans, even there are still some practices today. They were wearing this headpiece that had the deer horns, and were going out into the forest and worshipping those gods. We move over into places like Thailand, India. They were worshipping. Let's talk about one religion. You have Vishnu, who is an elephant god. Then you have one that is the monkey boy.
Yes.
You have also over in Thailand, they were worshipping great big beasts like dragons. But when you look at them properly, they're actually snakes. So they're these massive snakes, winged beasts that don't exist anymore. And they were worshipping all these different creatures that we know that they were doing that because they left drawings, pictures, pictographs. They carved them into their monuments. They've done all of that. And modern day man has dismissed all of that.
Yeah.
Now all these creatures are being shown, or they're making themselves visible to us. We're calling them cryptids, but have they always been there? It's just that us as man refuse to worship deities like this anymore, and we've moved on to whether it's a higher god or whatever. I don't know. There's some strangeness. This is just my thinking.
I mean, when did people turn their backs on the old gods? A lot of them, not everybody, but a lot of people turn their backs on the old gods. And you think, what was the reason for that? Then clearly that was a human, if you like, that was a human action to take control of the people.
Yep.
Yes.
But it's all about control.
The Egyptians, Anubis. He's a jackal.
Yeah, jackal. Yeah.
There's another one that's got the you see it with the big beak, that bird or the stork or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then you have the one that has the face of, and that's a feline one, but she has the face of a not a lion, like a lioness, like the big cat, goddess of war. She is. I forget what her name is. Sekhmet. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes your mind tickle.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I think forget the whole ufology stuff, because I think what people are overlooking is the ingenuity of the human race. Because I think the human race have always been ingenious, and we don't know. We don't really know about timelines. We're only going on a timeline that we've been dictated and told, follow this. This is the way. But you got that other guy coming through now. Got Viv, haven't you? Not professor. The guy who's the guy who's been studying it all, and he's He's
not an archaeologist.
He's like yeah.
And he goes back further.
You got to forget all that. And I think that he brought it to my mind, and I never even give it a thought. He was talking about the Sphinx, And he was talking
Yep.
about the heads of the Sphinx. And he said, the heads that you're seeing today aren't the original heads of the Sphinx. They were represented by something entirely different. So I think he meant more sort of animal. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, and now he's talking about different ways into different pyramids. And he's even brought one up in South America, which predates all of the stuff in South America. And he's talking about a culture that existed prior to the Aztecs and all of that, a different culture that were advanced, but they were human, but they were advanced. And I think that's the thing that people forget. Oh, you couldn't build it like that. You couldn't do that. But we don't know what technology they had.
No. I mean, there's one in America, isn't there, that if you look at it, it's more like the earthworks now. But it's actually, it's a snake.
Yeah.
If you look at it from above, you'll think, oh, what's that? It looks like a snake. You can see the snake's head quite clearly. The tongue sticking out. You can sort of follow it like this. It goes all the way around and it's got a tail. But it's set with, it's aligned with the stars or something. It's like a lot of stuff that's being built, the ancient civilizations, whether it's to their deity or whatever, it's aligned with the stars. And I think this is where we have our modern day astronomy. When you think about the stars, Leo.
Yep.
Well, they're discovering things now, aren't they? And they're saying, but this culture spoke about this 4,000, 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And we don't even know about this till today. How did they know? And we only know because we've got the proper telescopes and the equipment to be able to see that deep into space.
But if you go into one of there's a tomb that you can go into in the Valley of the Kings, and it's one of the Queen's tombs. And when you actually look up, and I think it's Seti, one of Seti's wives, and he loved her the most. She's put in this tomb, and it's really ornate. And when you look at the paintings and things like that, it's very highly decorated and still beautiful to look at today. But when you look up, it's all the stars, and it's all depicted like all the stars, like when she's lying in her I was going to say esophagus then, but you know what I mean. When she's lying in that thing and she's looking up, it's supposed to be the stars, but you can actually see the constellation Leo.
Amazing, isn't it?
And the predecessors, like that would have been painted before she actually was put in there.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Really? How do they know about? How did we take it from them? What? It's just amazing.
I genuinely think that we underestimate the ingenuity of the human mind.
Yeah.
And I think that what we're saying, oh, well, it's alien. So it's not alien at all. It's human ingenuity. But we're like, well, no, we weren't like that because we're following one line of history, and we're not looking beyond that and saying, well, hang on, there could have been other cultures. And that's another thing as well. I think that globally, all these cultures have been in contact with each other for a lot longer than people say. Like, oh, well, you know what? We didn't have, for example, an African guy here till 1280. And you think, well, that doesn't sound right because there's other stuff going back in history that's clearly come from an African or whatever that's been found here. Like the one in America when it was Christopher Columbus. Well, actually, if you look at it, the Vikings got there.
Is it the Viking stone?
The Vikings, And you think, but nobody's turned around and said, let's have a Viking day. It's like, let's have a Christopher Columbus day. So it's like, you've got to acknowledge it, haven't you? You've got to acknowledge history for what it is and not play this game where, and say if it's wrong, it's wrong. Not just keep going with the same thing because obviously if you don't, you're going to lose your funding. And I think that's what a lot of people do.
Do you think a lot of it is because we've been taught this with these blinkers on for so many years? It's shaped our history. This is all we all learned at school. And we got these blinkers on. So when another piece of evidence comes into the fore, the archaeologists and the historians do not want to make it known because they don't want it rewriting history. And that's what the problem is. Because it would make, our archaeologists, because a lot of archaeology is all theory work, you know, that's what people don't realise. Because an archaeologist digs it up, doesn't make it so. It's theory work. Yes, we can date items, bits of wood, all that sort of thing, and even look at tools and how they were making stuff. And it's all theory work. We have no absolute proof. But when somebody comes in with proof and blows this out of the water, the archaeologists, they get scared and they want to cover it up so much to the point where, well, we teach this in schools and we teach that in schools, and this is what this historian says. This famous, like Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
There's a big debate about the theory of evolution now.
Well, that's been questioned now, isn't it? They're questioning that now, and that's been questioned by the science field. And that's the thing, isn't it? I think people aren't given, irrespective on where a people come from on the planet, no matter where they come from on the planet, I think the ingenuity of the human race is far, far more advanced than people give it credit for. Even in what they call developing cultures. I don't think they're developing cultures. I think that they would live, as my dad used to say, they could live where you would die. So there's a lot that they've got things go. It's just different strengths, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
But people don't give people credit for that. People are too quick, I think, to shout everybody down.
But what we got to understand is, and I'm sure Eric will agree with me, history is fun. No matter what it is, doesn't matter how far back you go or what part of history you're looking at, history is fun, and it's important that we learn history. Like from history, forget the cryptids and how we used to worship. From history, we learn from our own mistakes. Hitler, for one. If we haven't learned from that, which obviously we haven't, because we're still going and doing it now, but the history books are teaching us right from wrong. By writing those stories, by learning about it at schools. Some people don't want to know. Some people are just very blinkered. And it also depends on what teachers you get at your school. I know my history teacher was amazing.
That's the thing. You always remember a good teacher. I was lucky to have a good teacher at school.
Yeah.
I had some asses, but I was lucky. Shall I read some of these things, Viv?
Yeah, go on, Dan.
So what my reading says, my religion is connected to the stars, and the temples are on the top of the mountains, and we pray to the gods of the stars. That's beautiful.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
Beautiful. Nicola says they were far more advanced. I agree, Nicola. Irene says again, but it's segregated from the regular public, and the people who are upper class and royalty only practice this faith. Yeah. Nicola says, I love Nicola. Spot on, Dan.
Terry
quite rightly says Romani had Africans over here in the legions. Yeah.
Hello, Johnny Puss.
You can dumb down and just take what he says. Facts and starts in schools. Yeah, it's exactly where it starts. There's a lot to be said for people. I mean, I wouldn't do it because I couldn't stand having the kids at home. But there's a lot to be said for homeschooling. Irene says even a samurai or shogun have their own Buddhist temple. It's called Linzan. Sorry if I pronounce it badly, I will. Linzan Shuha, and unlike everyone else. Yeah. Look at the island in India, the Sentinelese. Do you know anything about that, Viv? William Southey says, actually, it's not human evolution. It's not just attributed to just one kind of people. The older the civilization, the more advanced they are. Yeah. I think
it's like we have gone backwards.
We mistake technology for civilization a lot of the time, and it's not necessarily the be all and end all. Because I think technology, if anything, has put us far back because kids don't want to go out and play in the streets anymore, or kick a ball about, or play basketball, or anything.
What are you saying, John?
I propose that we just all sit at home and let the animals take the world over. I think that'd be far, far better.
Oh no! Do you know what? I'm sorry to say this, but John is an arsehole. He really is.
They all are. All animals are.
Aren't you, John?
That's interesting. Sir arsehole, he says, if you don't mind.
Sir arsehole.
Well, I do know going on Robertson, the lost tribe, that no one's allowed to go there. There are some countries that you're not even allowed to know the name of.
Do you know what? They've got a lost tribe somewhere, right? Leave them alone. They're not doing any harm to anybody. I think they're cannibals. Just leave them there. They're fine. They've got their own laws. They don't adhere, and they shouldn't have to adhere to the rules and regulations the rest of the world puts on. People are still going there. And one guy went there and got killed and eaten, didn't he? Which is sad, but...
One guy lived on his own, and it seemed that he'd been living there a long time, and he was the last man of his tribe. And they tried to follow him, but he went in this dense forest. They went back, and they actually found where he was, the area where he was living, but they found him dead. He died of natural causes, but he was the last man of his tribe. Right. The whole tribe won.
That's right. Yeah, I think there's in America, there's some millionaires or billionaires kid wanted to go out there, and they're pretty, to be fair, they're hostile to anybody going their island, which is fair enough. It's there. They've lived there for thousands of years, and they sort of see people off with bows and spears and stuff. And he went there, and they killed him. I think at him, and you think, well, what did you expect?
Yeah.
What did you expect? It's like,
Isn't it more now to protect them from the viral infections that we would give them? There's an island where, yes, they are aggressive, but it's not for the reason why everyone else is banned from it is not because of warfare. It's to do with the viral infections.
Didn't the conquistadors and that, the Spanish, when they went to America and stuff, they took the cold with them, didn't they? And it wiped out whole cultures because they've not built up any immunity to it.
Well, not only that, measles, chickenpox,
all European diseases. And they just.
Terry said something here.
Sorry, Viv. Is that how it was? Was it Robert? Was it Rockefeller Robert? Oh, so it was the centre. Oh, okay. That was the Centralese Island at him. Okay. Yeah, they did.
So,
thanks, Robert.
Terry says, we are so advanced that most kids cannot cook a meal from scratch.
Yeah. They rely on technology to do it for them.
Do you know who I blame? The parents.
Yep.
The parents.
Yeah.
If you're not teaching your kids and they don't want to do it or they're not learning it, it's the parents to blame. I'm sorry, Terry. All three of my kids, and do you know what? My kids are lazy bastards. All of them. They didn't want to cook. I made them. I showed them how to cook from scratch. And I had one of them didn't like to touch raw meat. It was like, I just got a slap and said, get on with it and just start cutting that up, and they got taught. The only thing that they had no time for was how to cook a curry from scratch. So my curry recipes will, if they don't want to learn.
Oh, I've had your curries, amazing.
Yeah, some of them can be hot though.
Yeah,
I do like a bit of heat.
Curries. So, Rita says now, Viv. So William says there's an island off of Australia that is off limits because the inhabitants kill those who visit the island.
Yep.
Do you know what? I don't know what.
That's called New Zealand.
Yeah. I don't know why people don't leave them alone, William. They're not doing any. Well, they're doing harm if you get there, but that's your fault, isn't it? That's the thing. Everything's technology, and if technology goes down, these kids aren't going to have a clue, are they?
Terry, I used to do Poppadom Paranormal.
That was good nights.
So we'd have a Poppadom Paranormal night, which you'd come, you buy a ticket, you'd come to the venue. I think I did it at Rougham twice, and you get a curry and an investigation and an all-round nice time. Lots of farting to be had, though.
It was good nights. Good nights. Beverly says, oh my God, I hate cooking. I'm brain dead peeling a spud.
Now, curry is like a dip, right? Type of thing.
What's that?
What's a curry? It's like a dip, right?
Curry? I'll cook you one when you come here. You can have curry chicken.
They must do curries in America, don't they?
Yeah.
They do, but they don't. It's not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, take you down south, you'll love it.
Oh, we're meant to be going down Brixton soon, aren't we? Because we were going to do a what do you call it? We were going to do like Caribbean food day when we were going to pop around different places. And
shall we do it? Let's just.
Yeah, we've not been there for a long while. I used to love going up Brixton and stuff.
Well, hopefully I
Exactly,
can
William.
get
Thank
them
you. Yeah, me too, William. They're amazing.
because they're gonna do a endoscope
Oh.
tomorrow.
Sorry, there. What, Eric?
We're doing an endoscope tomorrow
On who?
on me.
Are
Are
they?
they? Ah,
Is that like a general checkup?
Well, no, it's to see if they need to add stomach to my stomach.
Add what? Sorry.
Add stomach to what's left of my stomach.
Oh, okay.
Because I
Okay.
had that
'Cause,
surgery
yes,
quite a few years ago, and
it's done well. You've done well, though. You've done really well
well, I've
with it.
done well
Yeah.
losing the weight, but now I'm having a problem keeping food down. So
Oh, well, yeah. I suppose they need to tweak it now and again, don't they?
William says, "Give me fish and chips anytime."
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't
Yeah.
like deep fried fish all the time's not good.
Oh, I love
Eric,
for
someone
you.
little bell.
yeah, I know.
I like fish and chips, but I,
Yeah.
I do like
Oh,
I
Nicola
do
Bless
like
says love to Eric.
Thank you, Nicola.
can't eat too much of that.
No, I prefer a curry, to be honest. If I'm given choice, it's got to be Indian. I'm not
Would you?
fussed. Yeah, favourite food's Indian. Favourite
Do you know
food's
what?
Indian.
Do you know what I'm eating quite a lot of recently, and I just once I have it, it's like I need more. Is the Mexican
Yeah,
fajitas? We make them at home.
Mexican's nice.
I
Yeah.
love a nice Mexican. I do
Mexican's
like a
nice.
refried bean and all that. Carl likes steak and
Oh,
Well, like I said,
kidney. There you
like
go.
I said,
curry
Dan,
will be
when
alright,
I get
Eric.
there, like I said, when I get there, Dan, I'll make you the best bacon cheeseburger you've ever had.
Yeah, I can't wait, mate. I really can't. Honestly, can't. Now you're
She likes
talking,
fish,
Nicola.
she like
Yorkshire puds.
Oh, Bev, she likes food. She doesn't have to cook. I'm sorry, I'm just reading William's comment there.
Vindaloo.
Vindaloo. They made a song about that, didn't they? Vindaloo.
Yeah.
Vindaloo.
It'd
Where's
be
the
more like
Vindaloo?
Vindapoo.
Oh, I love that, Eric. I love that, William.
That's good,
But
isn't it?
I must say, Daryl did message me and he sends his apologies. There was an emergency that came up and he's not where he should be right now. So
Things happen.
we will get him back on. But we just wanted to apologise to everybody in the chat and to us for not being there tonight. But he had every intention. I spoke to him this morning. He had every intentions of coming on. So we will reschedule and we will get him back on because he sounds like a very, very interesting man. And he's a southerner. He's a southerner.
I know. Yeah, these things happen, don't they? It happens.
Yeah.
So William says their bacon is different than ours, Eric. It's great, though. William, when are you coming over? I haven't seen you for ages. Really miss you.
He's waiting for me to go over there and get him.
Yeah.
Bring him over here.
Drag him back.
Drag him back. Stuff him in my suitcase.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I love Vindaloo. Oh, bless you. Really do. Can't wait for you to come over again, William.
Do you know what I was looking at today, Dan? Because, I work for a company, let's just say, that's involved with travel. And leave it at that. I was looking at holidays. They're doing holidays to the Antarctica.
What your company is?
Not my company, but through my company. You could book it if you wanted to. But, yeah, holidays to the Antarctica.
Oh, wow.
That's understandable.
Would you want to go to the Antarctica on
Bloody
holiday?
right, I would.
And to actually step foot on Antarctica?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
They've got to have some sort of snow cryptid out there, haven't they?
Well, they have Yeti. But...
Yeti.
In fact, just last year they had a sighting.
William. There you go. Nicola would love to go as well.
Well, there's certain times of the year when certain things happen in the Antarctica. So it's whales breeding season. You've
Wales
got
be
the
lovely.
penguins, baby penguins,
Yep.
then other things going on. So all throughout the year, there's all these different things that you can go and see.
24-hour daylight.
Make sure you got a long extension lead for your microwave, though, Beverly.
Why?
Because she said she can't cook anything. So she wants to go over and she needs to have a microwave with her. You'll hear a loud bing, and there'll be an avalanche.
No, that's why I check out the Nazi base there.
Ooh.
Oh,
No
glad you're
worries,
here, Sarah.
Sarah.
Don't worry.
Hope you're all right, my darling.
Yes, hope all's good, Sarah. Oh, well,
Well stations, yeah.
I want to go see that too. That'd be awesome.
That would be a cool place to go to, William, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If there is one, Terry, we'll find it, mate.
Now you find that at Everest base camp. They've set up one there.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. I saw trips.
It's very expensive.
To Everest, not Everest, to Antarctica.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
And it was to look at the the baby penguin thing, right?
Yeah.
So you can either cruise there or you can go by air. There's no direct flights or anything like that. So you do have to go on boats. You can do it cheaply. So if you don't go on a big cruise liner, which by the way don't stop.
Don't they fly you part of the way?
No, well you can fly there, go part of the way, and then when you get to a certain air place, you get onto a smaller boat and they literally take you to Antarctica.
How
and
are you
actually get off and walk on it.
How are you looking at doing it?
I'm going to wait a few years.
But were you looking at a boat or were you looking at a plane and a boat?
Plane, then boat.
That's a long way to go. That's a long way to go on a boat, isn't it? Without.
You gotta say hi to Simon.
Simon.
Hi,
Simon.
Oh, hello, Simon.
Mr. Dentwhistle. Dentwhistle. Oh, we love Simon.
Beverly laughing.
Yes, we need to get you back on here, Simon. Mm-hmm. We need you back on here because we all fell in love with your voice last time you was on. Mm-hmm. And the story you was telling us, but it was definitely it was great. We want you back.
Definitely. We're nothing if we're not eclectic here, William.
You know, I bet these rabbit holes that we go down, William.
Bloody hell!
What? You're joking?
I'll go cheap. Just send me a photo when you get there.
I suppose you have to pay for the Sherpas, don't you?
Well, you have to snap your wee off, don't you? You can't just stop. You have to snap it.
Pedalo.
I misread that for a minute.
I thought you were saying, but I know what you thought. I'll send you some dates out, Simon.
We'd love to have you back, Simon. Definitely, be a real treat.
So, think about it. Back at Everest Base Camp. Bigfoots, abominable snowman. Antarctica, you've got the UFO thing going on there. Now, apparently, there's UFOs that have been under the ice for God knows how many years. And
that was over 1,000 years, they said.
So all those funny noises that were coming from under the ice, it's not the ice moving or the ice melting or anything like that. It's a UFO.
Could be.
I always say you could. I get into aliens. It bores me. You can take your UFOs and you can shove them up your arse.
Yeah. Behave, Dan. Sherpas are expensive.
Nice bands, though.
I got a Sherpa fleece inside my coat. It was brilliant.
Oh.
They're nice bands, though, aren't they?
Oh, dear. Oh, I know. Don't encourage him, honestly. He's terrible.
Put it in.
Oh, dear.
UFO.
That's
What are you
we-
drinking there? What are you drinking there, Eric?
Cold red.
Who?
Cold red.
What is that?
Soda.
Oh, Matt, I like Mountain Dew.
Mm.
I've not had this red stuff. What is that, cherry or?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, like Mountain Dew.
I've got a nice
UFO, UFK off.
Yeah. I remember we used to say that as kids. UFO means UF off.
Yep. Yes, I know. I like berry
Yeah.
fruit syrup too.
I trust Barry. I trust Barry's word.
Yep. I heard about that too.
It's not aliens, it's the lost people of one-legged mushroom eaters of Antarctic.
I hear they're fun guys.
Very funny.
Hey!
You know what?
He is, William, he is.
Do you know what you remind me of? Do you remember the Crankies?
I should love the Crankies.
You were like the little boy that's all now grown up. So you remind me of.
I gotta look up this.
They were a married couple, weren't they? They were husband and wife. Where are they now, the Crankies? They were brilliant.
Eric, look up the Crankies UK.
Fan Dabadozi, that was them, wasn't it?
Ooh, fandabidoozy.
She was good. She was really good, that lady. She still must be still around.
I don't know. I've no
Just all these
idea.
drunk polar bears. I bet it's more military than UFO, William.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
They did songs.
A lot of it. I mean, I don't discard it because I don't know. I don't know.
That can be right.
But I think a lot of it is military stuff.
What have you found, Eric? We're teaching him bad things here. The Crankies.
He will be saying that's them.
That's them.
Okay.
That's them.
He will be saying from now. Every time you see him, we go, "Ah, it's Fan Dabadozi." Oh, doing summer season in Blackpool. Doing summer season in Blackpool, probably.
They're probably working. Jimmy Elvis.
Hi, Wayne.
Oh, he died. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, did he?
I don't know. I don't know. You've got to behave yourself now because Wayne's on. You can't slag off the UFO community anymore, Dad. You'll get a grilling.
Basements needed. We're looking for wet, damp, or musty basements to fix with our new basement waterproofing system. Can we fix?
No need to take your binoculars out. Well, good evening. Lovely to be here in Manchester. Lovely city. Lovely city.
Crankies.
You got to watch this later. You've got to get
No,
right.
I think they were funny. But then I loved the Chuckle Brothers.
Cocoa Brothers?
Get a pen and write these down, Eric. So, the
Chuckle Vision.
Chuckle Brothers. And
It was proper kids, really naff comedy, but it used to tickle me.
Chuckle Brothers and Russ Abbott's Madhouse.
Oh, that was good. Kenny Everett.
Oh, I can send him some Kenny Everett.
Kenny Everett.
Chuckle Brothers?
Chuckle Brothers.
Chuckle Vision. Chuckle Vision. Dun, 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 dun.
So,
Oh, they're both
cryptids.
still alive, age 76.
Oh,
That's not too old, is it?
that's good. So, cryptids.
They were good, Nicola.
I think this conversation about cryptids
Freddie
is going
Starr,
to go
brilliant.
on and on
Oh,
and
you get
on
brilliant.
and on.
Yeah.
But,
Rent a Ghost, superb.
Dan, within the next few weeks, you and I are going out on a little expedition.
Expedition.
We might get lost.
Expedition.
If no one hears from us, it's because we got lost in a forest.
What? We'll get lost in your back garden, Viv. How are we going to get? We leave string.
We get lost driving to
Lots of string we need.
we get lost driving to ghost hunts and things like that. It's like we put it in the maps and the maps is wrong, and we end up getting lost. And then Dan shouting at me, "Oh, I don't know where we are. It's all your fault. You put it in the map. You did it wrong." It's gonna be
Dangerous
funny.
Brian. That was Brian. Was that Brian Cox? No, not Brian Cox.
Connolly.
Connolly. That was funny. Dangerous Brian. Sorry, the Teletubbies. William Southey, what are you on?
Yeah, I know, right? Teletubbies.
William Southey, this is just for you. Uh-oh, tubby custard.
Tubby custard, tubby custard.
Sorry, we're terrible, aren't we? Oh, God.
Again. Sorry.
We are going to be going on an expedition in the next few weeks. We are still doing a little bit of paranormal, but we are looking more into the cryptid side.
Yes.
And we have found some information, and we're hoping to send Eric out to Bray Road sometime soon to do a bit of filming.
Hopefully,
And-
if we can link up with somebody else, we.
Yeah, and hopefully go live. And we're trying to work it out for him. We're sending Eric to Bray Road. He's a brave man.
So what's we got here? We've got a few more chats in the chat. Area 51 has also thought it'd be an experiment with advanced radar. Yeah, I've heard something about that, William. That was what one theory is, that it was the material from the research that was seen the military preferred to let the UFO rumors spread and to break the news of a huge. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Take Andy, you won't get lost. Well, he can see over the trees, can't he, Andy?
Yeah, no.
He's tall enough, isn't he?
Well, Bigfoot
It's
might
a
confuse
puppet.
Andy for a Bigfoot. That's the problem.
That's true. That's true. It's a puppet. Oh, and young Nicola says, "Oh, sounds good, Viv."
Yes. So, I'm going to move on to next week. Next
Yes.
week, we have a guest. We actually do have a guest next week. And his name is Stephen Daly. I got the dates mixed up. But Stephen Daly is on next week. And we got some more exciting guests lined up coming on.
Daryl being one of them.
Daryl's coming on. Bless him. No, we will get Daryl on. William, and we're also going to get Simon Entwistle back because we know how much you all love Simon, and he's a fantastic storyteller, historian.
Plus, we know he's at a loose end on the Wednesday evening because otherwise he wouldn't have written it.
Don't you upset Simon?
I wouldn't upset Simon.
there's
He's a lovely
Joshy.
man.
Hey, Josh.
Hiya, Josh.
My gosh!
Oh, need a word with you, Josh. Bray Road.
Bray Road, Josh, Bray Road.
No, we did try to do it yesterday.
Lovely to have you here, Nicola.
Josh, you need to get
Lovely.
hold of Eric.
Hi, Josh.
And you need to do this expedition to Bray Road with him. Doesn't have to be at night, during the day. It's fine. Speak to Eric and get something sorted.
Hiya, Lorna. How you doing? Well,
Lorna, yoo-hoo. She says yoo-hoo. I say cooey.
Cooey. That's Australian, isn't it? Cooey. Cooey. Yeah, I think they used to call each other Cooey.
Josh says he's down.
Yeah. Sort out a
Cool.
date
Well done,
with
Josh.
Josh. Sort out a date with Josh. Get it filmed on your mobiles, whatever. Just get out there.
No.
See what happens. And
Roving reporters.
yeah, and if you can go live, let us know when you're going to do it. We can try and get you in, and we'll get you live on the Simply Spooky page. Night, William.
Night, William. Sleep
I'll
tight,
speak
sleep
to you
well.
later in the week, William.
Bye, William. Speak soon, buddy.
Oh, I think he's at a Paracon at the weekend.
Yes. It's a private property that it's on.
Is
The
it? Can
road's
you
not
not?
on the private property, is it?
Well, no, the road's not, but the place where it was seen is.
But you can drive up a bit further up,
Yeah.
or
You can just check
You
out
can-
the road.
yeah.
Yes.
That's what he'd do.
Thanks,
He's
Josh.
got more connections than I do, so.
Good man, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah, take Bri, take your flask of coffee and get out there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing next week. We have got Stephen Daly, and that is going to be a great interview. We will get Daryl back at some point, so we will be speaking. Ghost Conference is next weekend.
Oh, okay, cool. Where is that? Where is that, Lawrence? Just in case anybody's in the area.
Is that the Seaside one? The Oregon Ghost Conference? I think that's the one.
Oh, that's what William is, isn't it? Yeah, it's what you did that a few times, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Well, I did Oregon Ghost Conference once.
Oh, was it once?
Yeah, I did the Washington one. Yeah.
I think we did. Yeah, Seaside, yeah.
Seaside, yes. Oh, it's next
Yeah.
weekend.
Thanks, Lawrence.
When you see Rocky, give him a slap from me. Tell him I sent you. Oh, I love Rocky. He's such a nice man. Is
Rocky still running them all?
Yeah. No, he's running the one at Seaside.
Seaside he runs, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Pete O'Beer is the one in Washington. I forget what it's called now.
You did the Washington one, didn't you?
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I met what's his name? Now that guy that you love from Seattle. I don't know. I've got
What, Ghost Hunter?
I've got menopause brain at the moment.
Oh,
Him.
Ross.
Ross, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Ross, I love Ross.
We love Ross.
Love Ross.
Why do you love Ross? Why do you love Ross?
Because I think Ross he's so open, he's so friendly, and he likes to take the piss.
Of you, Dan.
Of me, yeah, fine. But I like that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, but the reason you like Ross, tell the truth, is because you're both Lego nerds.
Yeah, we do like Lego. He has got a lot. Don't want to talk about Lego. He's got too much of it and it's too good. He's got some amazing Lego. He's also got a Wednesday room now, hasn't he?
Has he? I don't know.
Or a haunted room, which looks really cool. And he invents games. Amazing, really. If he was a woman, I'd marry him.
Right.
No, he's lovely. He's a lovely guy.
I think Ross is a bit choosy and a bit sort of, he can be.
Oh God,
picky.
yeah.
He's lovely.
He's lovely.
Any take on what Ryan Gracie is saying before you log off?
Who's Ryan Gracie? Let me have a Google.
Oh, any take on what Josh says that. Any take what Ryan Gracie said before you log off.
Yeah.
Who is Ryan? Let me just see.
We must get Ross on soon, Viv.
Yeah, and Josh. We'll get Josh on.
Yeah, definitely get you on, Josh, please, if that's all right.
Ryan
Gracie.
Oh, Garcia.
Oh, Garcia.
Ryan Garcia, sports person. He's saying a lot of things.
Is he saying anything appertaining to the paranormal?
Oh. He's not playing. Things I know, wearing hats frontwards is not my best look. I think Ryan Garcia loves himself, doesn't he?
He's the boxer, says Josh, talking about the yes.
The yes.
Lorna asks, Eric, are you anywhere near Idaho?
No.
No.
I know someone near Idaho that lives near Idaho that is an archaeologist. But the gentleman, but his wife used to be a weather girl, and she's also a great medium in her own right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. So will I.
Was it right? Ryan Garcia.
Huh. Oh, I heard about that.
Oh, was that back in the 60s,
I
Lorna?
think so.
Was that the 4 guys that went missing? I think there was one that I got intrigued by. 4 guys went missing. They were friends. They played in a basketball tournament, but they were all a little bit special. Is special needs the right word now? I don't want to insult people. What is it? Or special
I'd call it
requirements?
special needs. Yeah.
They were all special needs in some, not too badly, but they were, and they got together and they went.
4 students.
No, they're murdered in their beds.
Oh, is that the family? They set light to the what do you call it? And they had a friend over as well who got a young girl who got murdered in there as well. They set light to the house.
Good man.
2022.
Oh no, this is going back. No.
Oh.
We'll have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a chat about it, Lorna.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Heartbreaking.
Students murdered in their beds. That sounds like something that oh God, what's his face did? He murdered students, didn't he? The girls. Oh.
Man.
So many of them, isn't there?
Oh God, do you know, I really have menopause brain right now. So, oh God, what is his name?
I'll have to look that up, Laura.
Ted Bundy, I'm thinking of.
Oh, did he do that? Did he?
He murdered students, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
And most of all Bohemian Grove. Did you hear the story about the guy who done a phone in on a radio show in America, and he was talking about how close you got to danger, and he said that he went out with his girlfriend up to some romantic point somewhere to make out, and they had took the car up and they decided to go out and have a bit of a walk. So they went out and had a bit of a walk, and they went up into like this woodland area, up a little hill, up mountains, I think. And they were walking up there, and it was pitch dark. And he said he stood on something, and it felt like it was a hand.
Ooh.
And then he heard something being pulled back. So what he did was, he quickly got the girlfriend, walked back down to the car, and they took off. And he didn't think anything of it. So then they were interviewing Ted Bundy. And they said to Ted Bundy, have you ever been close to getting caught? And he went, well, I was on this makeout point, and I had this body with me. He said, and a hand flipped out, and the guy walked past, he went and stood on it.
Wow.
And then they turned around and walked back. It's the same bloody guy.
Wow.
How close could you get to...
Well, my old manager where I used to work, her husband used to be a cage fighter. Like, not professional or anything like that. It was just a semi-professional thing that used to do cage fighting. Anyway,
Bohemian Grove.
she was telling me that there was this guy, because where we used to live, he was a right weirdo. We'd heard of his name before. And there was a cage fight that was going on, that her husband was fighting at. And I'd met her in the reception, and I came in, and she says, oh, wait there for me. She says, I just got to go back to my car and get something. So this guy had walked in. No, he was. This guy had walked in, heard her say to me, I'll wait there. Just wait there. I'm just going to quickly get back to my car and go and get something. She went to her car, and he turned around and walked out. And I watched him walk out, but he didn't know where my boss had parked her car. Anyway, she came back in. She says, oh, that fucking weirdo out there. She says, oh, there's something seriously wrong with him. She said, he better not start on me, because she goes, I'll bloody kill him. Anyway, didn't think anything of it. She goes, oh, he just went and put a bag in the back of his van. Dirty old thing it is. She says, oh, anyway, we're not here to talk about him. She says, come on, let's go and watch the match. That guy who went back to his van to put his bag back in was Levi Belfield.
Wow.
It followed her out. I mean, at the time, we didn't know what he'd done.
Makes you wonder,
Who he
doesn't
was,
it? I mean,
yeah.
and how many people got close to that and not even realised?
No. But anyway,
That's
yeah.
4 students birthday date 2022. Give up, Dan. You've had. I did try no longer. Brandy murdered sorority girls. Oh, Bundy murdered sorority girls. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, Dan, that is scary. Yeah, it was. It was a terrifying story.
Exactly. Right. I suppose we better wrap up this show with nearly. Well, we can go on till past and talk about more nonsense until then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You all right to talk for a bit longer, Eric?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Eric loves it. He loves it. So, guys, what do you think of our new extra host in Eric? We're getting him trained up.
I think Eric's good.
I think Eric is good. We're getting him trained up on this and helping us with interviews more and more and more.
Sometimes I get brain farts though, and
we all get them.
That's me today.
We all get them.
You know why I've got brain farts is because I've been reading. I've been reading today, and my head's full of
everything else goes out your head when you study.
My head is full of this. Oh, Daniel.
Eric.
Yes, Daniel.
Hey, what have I done?
Not you, Daniel Lee Barnett.
Daniel. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Tried to book tickets on through the link on your page, and it wouldn't let us pay for them.
Huh.
But I'm after 3.
Not 3, 3.
3 tickets. So I will message you. I will message you privately as well, Daniel.
Eric's the master. Eric's the new master.
Eric's taken over. Yes, he is. Oh, this book.
Good book, Lorna.
This book is amazing. It is called Telephone Calls from the Dead by Callum E. Cooper or Cal Cooper. You can buy this on Amazon. It's the second revised edition.
Good.
It's a really good read, and we will be getting Cal on the show to talk about this. And the reason we're going to get him on the show to talk about this is because we have an incident where there was a telephone call from the dead that went on for 20 minutes and it was recorded. So I am going to send it over to Dr. Cooper and see what he has to say about it. But,
he won't be happy with me.
Why?
Well, because I said, you might have had telephone calls from the dead, mate, but I spoke to one for half hour and I didn't have a fucking clue. No,
Peter, you didn't miss Daryl. Daryl couldn't make it. We are going to reschedule with Daryl, but we will be getting him on. He had an emergency that came up, so he couldn't come on tonight. So
that's fair enough.
And Daniel, I need to get you on the show, and we need to talk about what's going on and what's happening. So, Daniel, if you're around tomorrow night, can I send you some dates?
Good. He's good, Nicola.
Thank you, Nicola.
Do you know, Daniel, when you hear about what Daniel's been doing and how he's been doing it, he's going to blow your mind. I will send you a signed one of mine if you want. What of that book?
What book is it?
I don't know.
Excellent, Lorna.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Oh. Yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
I'd love to. Yep, go ahead. Signed copy of his book, of Daniel's book.
Oh,
cool.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, we'll talk about yours as well and other things. Oh dear. There's some great things that Daniel's been doing out in the field of cryptids. And as
you filled me in on it, Viv, haven't you?
Cryptid mad.
Look, very interesting.
You can see my hairy man. There.
Hee.
So I got that when I was in Oregon, by the way. So this is all the way from Boring in Oregon. Love that place. Yeah. Here comes my other cryptid.
John.
He just stares at me.
Yeah.
What's going on, John?
Yeah.
He's the cat of knowledge.
No,
The cat of knowledge.
he's not a cat of nothing.
All bound to the cat of knowledge, John.
Yes. So, guys, what do you want to talk about now for 5 minutes?
Somebody else mentioned in the chat what you want to talk about for 5 minutes. Any subjects, and we'll talk about it in 5 minutes.
Books on Amazon. Books on Amazon. I have managed. Oh, do you know what? And this book is really amazing. Where is it? If you are into your cryptids, there are some fantastic books on Amazon that you can get on cryptids right now.
Daniel says Edna.
Edna, Dame, Edna,
Bigfoot EDNA.
EDNA.
Yeah, DNA.
I want to talk about
Environmental DNA.
I want to talk now about Dame Edna Everidge, because that's Edna.
Is that to me, Josh?
Yeah.
Don't tell him you don't know me. You're probably owing money. That's why. Tell him I got taken away in a big disc.
Yeah.
I'm now on planet Zargon.
He said yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that would be, but yeah. Tell him to give me a shout.
He's talking about Mark Manley. Alien guy.
Mm.
Well, he's a bit dodgy looking, Josh, but I don't think he looks like an alien.
No, not him.
Not Mark Manley.
No.
Wayne Seaton.
EDNA. What do you know about it, Dan? Quick.
Nothing, really. I've not looked into it. I mean, I've seen some programs on it where they've run it through, but then a lot of it's come back and it's been indeterminate. They can't tell whether it's come from a cryptid or whether it's come from a particular animal. They can't.
So I had a look quickly at some hair follicles, and an actual hair that was undetermined. And in these hair follicles, you see that they had a centre shaft, and it had certain patterns for certain animals. The one that they couldn't determine had no centre shaft. And that's what made that was undeterminable. But they are able to, through samples and things that people have collected through all these years, they know what most things are. But this eDNA stuff, I wonder if the hair follicle can actually, if that piece of hair and that bit in the middle can actually die off. I don't know. So it's interesting. It's an interesting theory.
But there's never been any conclusive evidence, is there? And even the stuff that I think the monks kept in Tibet, they did get some hair from that, and they said that they felt that it was from a primate, but they did a primate of indeterminate origin. So again, that could mean anything, couldn't it?
So he's saying UAP.
Jason,
I'm going to call it
Thornton.
Ooh.
Yes, I think I know Jason. Yes. Can you tell it, Josh, if you speak to him again, would you tell him to just, or I'll look him up on Facebook? Because I'm sure, I do know Jason, I do, and I'm sure I tried to get him on the show. So, yes. Thank you, Josh. That's really good. Thank you, buddy.
I hate that UAP. UFO.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're not all aerial. They're not all up there. Because some of them are flying. And some of them are flying through trees, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I don't know about the UFO thing. I'm not just saying it's not, because I don't know, is what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
But personally, I think these things are interdimensional rather than rather than being from space. I don't know, but I don't think they're what people think they are.
It could still be both technically, because in order to travel as fast as they say that they can, you have to be able to fold space in order to travel that distance in a short amount of time. So,
yeah, but dimension's different than space, isn't it? It's not a continuum.
Yep.
But I think the thing is that I think that they're not what people think they are.
Yeah.
UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena.
Yep.
Whereas UFO is Unidentified Flying Object.
Yep.
And then you have, what was that undersea one?
Oh, is it you? Not you. Oh,
UFO, USO, UAP.
I mean, underwater. Oh, I can't remember. They keep changing it, don't they?
Unidentified submersible object.
USO. Terry says.
Yeah.
USO. And then they have biological spacecraft that they're talking about now too. So
I've got a different. I think I come from from people's perspective of aliens. The general overview. I think I come from a totally different point of view.
In Dan's language, he says it's all bollocks.
I'm a bollocks.
You can't say that.
I don't think it's bollocks. I think it's something. I think there's something going on, but I don't think it's what we think it is.
I think they're mock among us.
I think they watch us.
Mm-hmm.
I think that whatever it is, they watch us and they're very interested.
I think they walk among us, but I don't think they are what you think they are.
No.
That's a UBO.
It's an unidentified baby object.
Yeah.
Object.
Unidentified bollock.
Bollock object. Oh my God, Dan, you're going to get us in so much trouble.
Mm-hmm.
When we have guests on that talk about this sort of thing, Dan, you're going to have to restrain yourself. You do know that. And at least pretend to be interested.
I think Inner Earth is definitely something that I wouldn't be surprised with, Josh. Definitely something that wouldn't surprise me.
Right, guys, we're going to end it here.
Definitely, Lorna.
So we've gone through lots of rabbit holes this evening. Some good, some not so good.
The beautiful thing is when you come on here and you get on with us, with other programs, they'll send you away questioning things and with knowledge. But when you come on here, you're none the wiser.
Well, one good thing about this show tonight is if you haven't got it, get it. It's called Telephone Calls from the Dead. Available on Amazon, written by Cal Cooper himself.
Night, Sarah.
Night, Sarah. Take care, my lovely. Rabbit holes. Or in our case, they're more like badger holes, badger sets, big holes.
You know, I've always said something funny about that. I come from the Badger State. I live in the Badger State. You guys have, that's what we're called, Wisconsin, the Badger State. You guys in the UK have more badgers than I've ever seen in my life. So,
do you know there is a slang word called a badger? You've got to be careful how you use that word badger, because it's not only an animal, it is also a woman's private parts. It's
like the American beaver, isn't it?
Beaver, we call it a badge. A badger.
Whoa, love, get your badger out. That's it.
We're teaching you some bad stuff.
As disgusting as that is, I've only been arrested twice for saying that.
Oh, God. You ain't Eric. We're going to get you into so much trouble when you come over here. Other UFBs.
Yeah.
Oh, the honey badger is gorgeous.
We have a stripy one over here. Black and white, you know. And if it's left out too long, it's black and white and red all over.
Yeah. We used to have one that was famous on telly called Bodger and Badger. Do you remember that, Viv? Yeah. He loved mashed potato. Look him up, Bodger and Badger.
Badger, okay.
Hello, Bodge. That was it.
God's sake. Right,
Mashed potatoes. It was his favourite thing.
we're going.
Yeah, bye, buddy.
Guys, we're going. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
And we
Night,
hope to
guys.
see you next week. You take it easy, everyone.